All right, so here is the ad. This is Nike, a print ad in Cleveland. Imagine if LeBron came home to Cleveland. Imagine if the team struggled early but finished the regular season strong. Imagine if their big man went down, but they still found a way to power through the Eastern Conference. Was this written by a fourth grader? I mean, does Nike not have professional writers on their staff?
Everyone's praising this one. I didn't. I thought it was stupid.
Right. Imagine if they faced the top seed in the finals. Imagine if they pushed Game 1 to overtime but lost another star to injury. Imagine if everyone counted them out. Imagine if they shocked the world and took the next 2 games. This is filled with cliches. Who wrote this? This had to have been written in 3 minutes by somebody, an intern at Nike.
I chipped it.
Imagine if fatigue caught up with them and they lost games 4 and 5. Imagine if they defied odds, logic, and the basketball gods to come back and win the series in 7. Except this isn't Hollywood. It's Cleveland. Nothing is given. Everything is earned. Just do it. But you love that so much. If your identity is Cleveland, nothing is given, everything is earned, and you're going to package for me, Nike, that I am a noble loser. Like if Nike's going to package, look, here is a box of feces, but it's gold. Okay, that's me. That's me. I will slather myself in that feces, and I will be gold, a golden loser. I mean, what is this? What is this?
It's, listen, if you're from, as you just pointed out, if you love LeBron and you're from that area, it's a great campaign. If you're from down here, it's nauseating.
It's something that lends itself to an easy parody.
Imagine if Cleveland wasn't the worst. Imagine if you were not afraid to post up J.J. Barea. Imagine if Ray Allen didn't bail you out. Imagine if you had the decency to respond to a text. Imagine if you never took that 2-week vacation to take PED.
Whoa!
Wow!
Hearsay!
Wow.
Reckless!
Imagine if Sean Marion wasn't a waterlogged corpse. Imagine if Norris Cole didn't pass Hassan Whiteside the ball after telling him to go back out of bounds.
What does that mean?
Imagine if you had the guts. Imagine that you're over the hill because you are.
Huh?
Imagine if Bad Boys start Dana Carvey and John Lovitz as initially intended. Imagine opting out and coming back to Miami, please.
I felt Mike Ryan's writing touch on this one.
Where'd you feel it,
No
Dan?
waterlogged corpse. That doesn't sound like something my father would say. Also, just a couple of derailments. I imagine if Bad Boys featured Dana Carvey and John Lovitz instead of Will Smith and Mark.
You think your dad knew that?
I was honestly surprised your dad knew that.
Yeah, that would have been a very different movie. I think we can all agree. If
just imagine.
There's no way Bad Boys would have been good with Dana Carvey and John Lovitz, right?
I don't know.
I mean, come on, Stugotz. Well, first of all,
Was it good with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence?
I think so. I think
it
people
was
like
great.
Bad Boys.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was great, but it was certainly your kind of movie.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked the movie. I did like
Mike
the movie.
Lowry. No, I loved it.
Was John Lovitz going to play the role of Mike Lowry?
I'm not sure.
The cool
That's
guy?
funny.
I think they tweaked the script a little bit after Dana and John were no longer attached to the project.
You think? I don't understand why that was in that ad. Why was my father imagining that? It seems weird.
Well,
what was the other random thing that he was imagining in there?
You're just imagining stuff, Dan. Like, that's what you're doing. That's what the ad. You just imagine certain stuff if certain things were different.
And the Norris Cole play really bothered
That's
Bobby.
what I don't
Seriously.
understand. Why was that in there? Like, at least you stayed within the realm of basketball, but that doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Well, maybe he'd make the playoffs, knock the Cavs off, and then this whole thing never happens.
really?
If it wasn't for that one play.
Is that what we're
But just
doing?
imagine, if you will.
How many more of those do we have?
We have one other in the can. We're putting the finishing touches on the third.
Do any of them have reckless speculation in the middle of it?
That was incredibly reckless.
Unbelievable.
He went there,
A 2-week vacation.
He went far. We have another one. You want to just go ahead and play it since we have it because it's funny?
You want to play it now, or you want to save it a little bit? All right, go ahead and play it.
Imagine if you played in the West. Imagine if winning one title in Cleveland actually counted as winning two anywhere else. Imagine if you were coachable. Imagine if J.R. Smith wasn't J.R. Smith. Imagine Miami in December. Imagine people actually pointing out that you lost 4 finals games by an average margin of 12.5 points a game instead of praising you for coming up short. Imagine if you weren't insecure about your hairline.
What?
Imagine Miami in January.
Oh, yes, that too.
Imagine closing out the East against a team that didn't rely on Shelvin Mack, Mike Scott, and Kent Bazemore. Imagine if we didn't actually land on the moon.
What?
Imagine if this country wasn't full of dumb people who bought into the fairy tales we fed them to make money.
Nothing is given. Everything is earned. Just do it, buddy. Here is my father. He's not having any of this new Nike packaging on second place for LeBron James.
Imagine if you didn't miss 20 shots a game. Imagine the Hawks getting this much credit for getting hurt. Imagine how people would view you if you didn't win 2 championships in Miami. Imagine the NBA draft lottery wasn't rigged.
What?
Imagine if people said this Cavs team was better than any Heat team until the narrative shifted to this Cavs team is the worst team in the history of the finals. Imagine if LeBron made his own decisions and didn't depend so much on La Familia. Imagine Dragons. Imagine if LeBron would have signed with Adidas. Imagine what Damon Jones was doing with his life the past 4 years.
Eating.
Imagine how much money stores made selling new merchandise to the same idiots who burned their old merchandise. Imagine not having to use your imagination when it came to Cleveland winning something.
Enjoy Cleveland!